It's getting in the way. But if it's something like, I was walking to work the other day, right, across Oxford Street, there's a little Hare Krishna fella there, and he sort of had, he had a leaflet and stuff, and he said, you know, are you interested? And I said, what do you do? And he said, well, you know, we're against getting stressed out and what have you. And he gave me a plum. They hand out food for some reason. But I sort of asked a few questions.
Just the imagery. These two bold people, one of which is wearing an orange smock,
holding a plum in the middle.
He hands the other one a plum. It's almost like you can imagine some kind of religious painting.
Exactly. Yeah.
But you know, what is their sort of main thing? Because he didn't really tell me that much. He was a Japanese bloke, so I didn't know what he was saying that much.
Why? He wasn't speaking English.
Not very well. He wasn't the best sales bloke to send out for them, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But what's that? Are they? You're saying they're nothing like?
Well, I believe Hare Krishna is a kind of as an offshoot of a sort of Buddhist faith.
It is. I think they are Buddhist, aren't they?
Yeah, and obviously their kind of trademark, as it were, is that they have to say, I believe they have to say Hare Krishna in a certain rhythm, in a certain order, a certain amount of times per day. That's why you see them walking down the street saying Hare Krishna, because it's actually a sort of religious chant which they're obliged to do. So you see, even if you go into the Hare Krishna faith, you may find yourself, you know, in Tesco or whatever, forced to say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Out loud, not just thinking it.
Yeah, no, out loud.
You can put it on an iPod and
you can put that on an iPod. No, it doesn't count. No, I think you have to actually say it. So I guess that kind of eats into your social life a little bit.
And then there's the wearing orange as well.
Particularly frustrating, I imagine, if you're in a cinema or a library. A little bit awkward there, you know, midway through.
Or
Star
you
Wars,
live next door to a bloke called Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Who constantly thinks you're calling him.
Yeah.
That probably.
Yeah. So that's in this. I mean, I don't think we've quite done the Hare Krishna faith its full service there, but so interesting to you. I mean, you got handed a plum. You've been treated well by them.
Yeah, but he couldn't tell. I just wanted to know how much time it would take up. What are the benefits? You know, what can you do? What can't you do?
Well, I think the benefits are they probably don't get stressed out. They've probably got that sort of that zen, that chi-ness about them, where they try and interact and
quite meditative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've got some nice trainers as well, don't they, with their orange.
What are you looking for then in a faith, Carl? You say what are the benefits? I mean, obviously Catholicism, you get the communion wine and bread, so.
Yeah, but I can afford that.
Right.
Probably just I liked the Crusaders. I was forced into joining that as a kid because a mate sort of joined it, and he sort of said, "Are you joining?" I sort of swore at him. I said, "I'm not doing that." Right? Yeah. He said, "Right, if you don't come with me, I'll tell your mum that you just swore." So I was like, "Oh." So I went along, and they used to just go on the Friday when they played, you know, Sabutio and stuff. And then I went on one Sunday, and it was totally different. There was no Sabutio. There was no sort of, you know,
table tennis.
The thing where you hold a thing and knock things over.
Skittles.
There was all that on a Friday. Went on the Sunday, it was rubbish. He said, right, sit down in this room. They gave me a Bible. Thought, this looks too heavy, this is too big. I'm not interested in this book. And I never went again. I used to hide on a Sunday when they came round. And that's been the only sort of...
I suddenly, why did it suddenly turn out to have to hide on a Sunday when they're coming round?
Because they wouldn't leave. They wouldn't leave.
Who was it? Were they adults?
It was sort of a... Well, he seemed like an adult to me at the time, but he was probably about 27.
Well, that is an adult.
Yeah, but do you know what I mean? He seemed a lot older when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And he came knocking and that, and he used to say to me, "Mum, I'll just tell him I'm ill or something." And he used to hang around to see if I'd eventually come out to play and that. And if I did, I think they would have grabbed me and took me there.
I love the idea that for you religion has to bring with it some kind of gift. It's like, you know, join our faith and you get an alarm clock radio. It's like something that
I think religion does bring a gift. Usually, it's
the gift of the Lord.
Well, the gift of everlasting life, isn't it? And that's the problem with it, you know. A lot of people believe in it because they think.
But for Carl, his feeling is like that should be a given. That's safe. I'm definitely going home with eternal life. But what else can I have? Is there an iPod?
You have to have a religion because obviously I don't have a religion. I don't miss it, and I wouldn't want one. I'm an atheist, and that's out of belief. That's out of logic. And we don't get into the politics or the morality of it. Why do you feel you need a religion? Why don't you just get a hobby?
Well, I didn't want one. I don't want one. I just was saying that, you know, if I was to get one, which one would I go for? Is what I'm saying.
I'd like to see you perhaps as a Jew. I think Judaism would suit you well, I think.
What are the hours like for that?
Tough. It can be tricky.
That's what I mean. I don't want anything that's, you know... And they have a day where they don't eat and stuff. I couldn't be doing that.
So then they have days when they eat a lot too much.
Yeah, but what happens if I'm not that hungry that day? Like I say, I don't like change. You know what I mean? I like my Cheerios in the morning.
I can imagine that no one, even the people who've entered, are that excited. Not because the prizes aren't great, but I'm worried that they don't appreciate it, Rick. Do you know, I get the feeling that our listeners, they just don't appreciate the fact that we've gone to all this trouble, we've got the Homer Simpson drawing and things like that. I just feel like these people don't deserve it. And do you know what, it's weird, I just wish we had a better quality of listener. Like, people who listen to Radio 2, they deserve it, you know, they're elderly and infirm, some of them, it would really cheer them up, but our lot, you know, drug addicts,
Yeah, let me pick
you
it
know,
out.
truck drivers. So I've just put all the names in the hat, all the previous winners from the previous weeks, and
Is Pilky, gonna put it out?
Do you want Pilky or do you want Ricky?
Oh, well, let's have the shaved monkey do it.
Alright. Plunge your hand in there.
It's just... That's one, isn't it?
That's it, just pull that one out, check who it is.
Right, it's, Gavin Thompson in Edinburgh.
Well done, Gav.
Are we gonna get them up there?
That's not his problem! You gotta post them, you gotta pay. They're amazing prizes!
Yeah, but the Spinal Tap one, it's about 5 foot, isn't it?
Well, they can post it, it'll cost them a few quid. It's a radio station.
I think you should have to come and collect it. No, just because then it'll at least it'll prove that
Where's
he's
he
interested.
from?
Edinburgh.
Give it to Bob Geldof. I'll give it to Bob Geldof.
He's walking up there, so
Chewing breaks. Fishing for a dream. That's what we're fishing for, isn't it? We're fishing for a dream today.
What's that mean?
Poverty. I don't know what I was talking about.
It doesn't matter what you're saying, Rick, no one's listening.
No one's listening. Well, we've got to finish anyway.
I mean, think about the fact that think how small our percentage of listeners is anyway.
Anyway. And then you two are on stage at the moment.
This is like broadcasting during Christmas dinner. This is the same, it's just
on
pointless.
hospital radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Where everyone's got an iPod for Christmas.
Yeah. On the ward.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna go through now till 12:30, and I've got to rush off, I'm afraid, to Live 8.
Don't apologise, mate. When people see the glam that you're bringing to that event.
They don't even care about the people introducing it. Comedians going, ladies and gentlemen, just get on with it.
No, I agree.
No, I've got a good joint there. Two blokes will get on with it. Bring on Madonna. But we're gonna give it to them, Carl. We're gonna go through to the end. We've done everything we have to do. Monkey news. The final monkey news of the year, possibly. It's been a joy. I'd like to say, you know, on behalf of myself, Steve Merchant, and this little bald mank. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
Yeah.
But, we should just point out as well, if you miss Rockbusters while we're away. Yeah, right. You can log on to xfm.co.uk/Rockbusters, where you can actually see Carl himself introducing you to an interactive game of Rockbusters.
Looks very much like Blockbusters.
It does, surprisingly. But yeah, you can join into that.
And there's also talking of monkey news. There's a link on the website. I'm trying to think where you go. I think if you go on my little biography bit, someone's done some animation to some old monkey news.
Oh, it's brilliant. Great.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you're having withdrawal symptoms of monkey news, then you can find some classic
And it's
monkey news on
animated.
there.
Classic monkey
I feel
news.
drained today.
Do you?
Go on.
This is the strangest radio show in the world.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Because well, we can do that. We can talk about this and go, oh, I feel drained today. Just like he's not. Like, no one's listening. Because that's the sort of thing you say socially and no one listens. Like, just when you're watching that, oh, I feel drained today. It's rhetorical.
Yeah.
You're not expecting anyone, not even your loved ones, to go, oh, really? They just go, oh, that. But to do it live on air,
Yeah.
oh, no one's listening.
What I mean is just give us a jingle.
But the
Exactly.
But the truth is,
the contempt we have for our poor listeners
but
is
the truth is, the
unbelievable.
listeners aren't listening, and
Yeah.
we don't want to be here. So this really is one of the most pointless things ever.
No, would have been quite happy to do a full show.
But you know
But
what?
the flow of it's just.
I
mess.
would love to listen to this back in 10 years. This actual show, let's keep this forever. Let's keep this show forever. The show we went early, we were bored, it was a day we were trying to save Africa, but we're a little bit annoyed that no one's listening. Yeah, right, right, once and for all, the final monkey news of
if
the
you're
year.
not- oh, go on.
What were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say, if you're not into the Live 8 and you're gay, you're not listening. Because you're on a walk.
Right, okay. Right. Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news!
Right, there's this, card game going on, right? in the big hotel in Vegas.
Right.
The Luxor Hotel in Vegas.
Yeah.
There's a major card game, all the big players and that
Sure.
were involved, right? They're all invited. Anyway, so they all meet up in this dark room at the back of the...
Oh, there we go, dark room. But hairy fella. So it was brilliant at poker.
Like I say, it's a big game and that everyone's been waiting for it, so it's played in the back room, not in the main entrance bit, right? So anyway, like I say, it's dark in there and what have you, and the players went in, there was already someone sat in there, right?
Right.
But they couldn't quite see
Was he
him.
a short hairy bloke with slightly longer arms than legs?
Couldn't see him.
Where
because
are his arms slightly longer than his legs,
couldn't see
strangely
him with it
enough?
being dark
Was he
and what have
holding his hand of cards with his feet?
you. Anyway. So the cards were dealt, right? Cards were dealt, game's going on.
His cards with his feet!
Game went on for hours, right?
No one's listening. The terrible thing is that not even we're listening to Carl now.
I know.
Literally no one is listening to Carl.
insulting.
There was a lot of smoking going on.
It's going on.
A lot of eating and nuts going on. That was a bit weird because they don't normally get through as many, but for this night. So, come on, let's just play Bruce.
Goodbye, everybody.
See you maybe at Christmas time.
Goodbye.
But Warwick asks, really, what are your thoughts on short people, particularly in entertainment? Because, of course, they've, throughout the ages, made an appearance, particularly in fiction. Tom Thumb, of course, the Oompa Loompas.
What do I think of them?
He's just wondering, I suppose, what your take is.
They're alright. I mean, when I was on jury duty, every day I'd sort of see one pop in, and he'd be sort of struggling getting on the chair. And he'd sort of, he wasn't struggling in a way that he felt uncomfortable. He'd obviously climbed a lot of chairs in his time, and this was just another one. And watching him, it just makes you think. You go, I should appreciate that I don't have that problem every time I have to sit down and what have you. But I don't think it's that bad. If I had to pick being really tall or really small, I'd go for the really small one because, the world's a more interesting place for him, isn't it? Everything's bigger. Do you know what I mean? We go to New York and go, wow, look at this, and they go and they go, oh yeah. Do you know what I mean? Everything's a lot bigger. Everything's more amazing. Food portions, everything's a bonus. So out of the two, I'd be small, and maybe that's what I'd chat to Warwick about for a bit, just to get to know him.
Brilliant.
It's a shame in a way that he's not been able to pop in. I'd like to hear that conversation.
But I've got, speaking of like weird stuff and that, I've got a new...
Well, we weren't, but go on.
No, got a new book. Do you know I had that Freaks book? Top 50 Freaks. Got a new one sent to me.
Really?
Yeah, and do you know like everything normally has a name? So like if it's the two-headed fella, they're all nicknames like that, aren't they?
They've got two nicknames, I imagine.
But this new book I've got, right, on the cover of this one, it's got like a woman with 3 breasts, right? And she's called the three-breasted woman, as you'd expect. The one face.
Why is she posing nude, though? That's what I want to know.
Tart.
Well, she looked happy. And there was a fella with like one face but 2 bodies.
Doing one face but 2 bodies.
One face, 2 bodies.
What do you mean
It's
one
weird.
face, 2 bodies?
Surely one head, 2 bodies.
Ed as well, but it was mainly the face that was weird because he looked fed up. He sort of,
What are you talking about? How
What
can
are
you
you
have
talking
a face
about?
without a head?
How can you have... What do you mean? How did it join to the neck?
no, it did have a head, but the fact is, it was weird that it had one face to me.
What do you mean?
Well,
if you've
of
got
course
one
he had-
head, you'll
yeah.
have one face.
Yeah, I know, but it was the fact that he had one face and 2 bodies that I didn't think.
But
one
why do
head-
you keep saying one face and 2 bodies as
Why
opposed
not
to
one
one
head?
head and 2 bodies? We're all the man with one face.
Yeah, but now I've got one body.
Yeah, well, surely he's the man with 2 bodies then. Again, the description.
Roll up, see the man with one face.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
So it's full of stuff like that, right? And what I'm saying is that fella, the one-faced man, the 3-breasted woman.
He wouldn't be known as the one-faced man, is what I'm saying.
Well, they've all-
that
they all-
isn't the peculiar thing about him.
Well, they all had names like that. But
Right.
there was one thing in it that didn't even have a nickname. It was so weird.
What do you mean?
It just said unidentified.
What does it look like?
Sort of testicles for eyes. That's. It just reminded me when you.
What do you mean
strange.
testicles for eyes?
And what is it? Did he have a normal body?
I didn't even look at that.
Oh,
No,
so
that's what I'm saying though. You're attracted to the oddness of the thing, and that's what I was saying about Warren when he walks in.
Warwick.
You know, it'll be odd for a minute, and then I'm sure
For him it will be. Yeah.
He'll get used to you.
I've got my head round it a bit more, and the way that there's loads of people in the world, and yet you don't see people with like dangly eyes more often. It amazes me.
I love the fact that he's amazed by not seeing freaks.
Yeah.
It's incredible. He's walking down the street going, oh, everyone's got one head. That's weird.
Suzanne, see any dangly eyes today? No, me neither.
It's weird, isn't it? What's going on in the world? Oh.
Went out the other night with the lads. You know, there's a few of us, you know, young, free and single.
Must look like the Swingers.
Oh, it was pretty. It looked like a boy band had gone out. It looked like,
Really?
It looked like, you know, NSYNC had hit the streets.
Right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
A friend of mine said, let's go to a club. Right, I haven't been to a nightclub for a long time, actually. I haven't been.
Is that because your glasses steam up when you walk in out of the cold?
That is a problem in the winter. I genuinely, it's very difficult to make a good impression when as you walk in, your glasses steam up straight away, and you know you've got to take them off and clean them and stuff, and then you know you get a bit.
On your white fronts, you pull your white fronts up
Yeah.
through the jeans,
Yeah.
clean them on that.
Or the back of a girl's dress. But we cruised down to the club. It's one of those big sort of London super clubs, and it's a bit of a queue. I think it's a bit of a chore. But we're queuing up, we're in good spirits, we're looking at it, sounds pretty funky, we can hear the music coming out. You know, been in the queue for quite a while, 20-25 minutes.
Forget it. 25 minutes.
Well, yeah, we were pretty excited by this point. The doorman says, hello lads. I said, yeah, we're coming please. He went, no you're not. I
Really?
What? He said, you're not coming in. And he just immediately lifted the little rope and sent us away from the queue, right? And we were slightly perplexed, we were dumbfounded, we didn't know what to do. It was like, this couldn't be happening, it didn't make sense. We just queued up what was going on. And so, my friend said, well, we've got to find out why he's not going to let us in. So he goes back over.
I thought you wanted to do. You wanted to tie him up with logic. That'll show a bouncer.
Exactly.
Yeah, show him how educated you are and how you can win an argument and make him look stupid. You'll be in that club in no time.
That's what they appreciate. They love that. Because what they respect is being made to look like a fool.
Exactly.
So we went over and...
They really look up to intellectuals.
Exactly, yeah. So one of our mates goes over and he says, why didn't you let us in? And he went, because you didn't have any girls with you. Now, I'll tell you this. That's kicking you when you're down. Because when you're out on a Saturday night trying to get into a club to meet women, and the reason you're not allowed to go in a club to meet women is because you haven't got any women with you, that's just salt in the wound. It's so humiliating. So, a friend of mine says that there's a VIP entrance over there. There was like a woman with a clipboard, you know, the guest list. Separate entrance. She said, you know, you've got a little bit of profile, Steve. Why don't we try and use your...
You ran home, got your Golden Globe and your Emmy.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I always carry, you know, some of my cuttings with me.
Yeah.
And I felt a bit self-conscious about that. I was thinking, I'm not into this, you know, it's a bit awkward. But he said, look, don't worry, you just stand here. Just stand here, just like you're having a conversation. I'll go over, I'll point him out, I'll go, oh, there's, you know, Steve Merchant over there, at the office. Or whatever.
Oh, God, Steve!
So I thought, well, you know, the thing is, we were out, and I was a bit frustrated, and I thought, you know, we may as well try everything. So I stand there, and my friend goes over, and he has a word, and he comes back, and he says, it's fine. She can't let us in the VIP entrance because she's not allowed, but what she can do is walk us to the front of the queue, right? You can walk in front of the queue and explain. So I think, okay, fine.
Oh, God.
So we walk past everyone else, right, to the front of the queue, right? She goes up to the guy, she says, this is Steve Merchant office. The guy goes, I know he is, we're not letting him in.
Oh, God! Oh, God!
By now, of course, some people have recognised me, so they're trying to have my photo taken. So there's people inside the line that's being allowed in the club. I've got to lean across the rope to have my photo taken with them, even though I'm not allowed in the club. So they go, oh, all right, this is Steve, they're having the photos taken, right, camera phones and that. They're going into the club where the music, the party's kicking off. I'm outside waiting for the next chump who wants to have his photo taken. I mean, it was mental. So,
That's unbelievable!
know. I was furious, and then one guy, I remember he was chatting, and he goes, "Oh yeah, brilliant! I love the podcast and all that stuff. I love. Is Carl with you?" I said, "Oh, Carl's not out here." And his girlfriend, she went, "Who's that?" And he went, "Oh, it's just Steve Merchant. He does the office. He does thing." And she went, Who cares? Who are you, Bruce Forsyth?" And it's that thing when suddenly I'm being humiliated and embarrassed by someone's girlfriend. I never asked for that. I never asked for her opinion on me. I'm sorry if I don't impress you, if I'm not sufficiently famous for you, but it's not my fault. It's your girlfriend who brought it up. It was like I'd gone over to her and tried to show off, and she was annoyed. So by now I was just furious.
Oh,
so I
God.
thought, forget this.
Well, I was walking down the street, and there's a group of builders sitting down having a cup of tea. One of them goes, "All right, Rick." I went, "All right, mate." The other one went, "Not as fat as on telly." I went, "Oh, thanks. Not as fat as on telly." So he went with, "Well, you are fat, but you look even fatter on telly." He didn't say, "Oh God, you don't look fat at all," or "Oh, you look big on telly, but you don't look fat." Just went with, "Not as fat as on telly." And there's nothing I could say, but cheers, mate.
Now, when you said cheers, mate, did you say that because you were... Because I'd say cheers, mate, because I'd be a little bit scared of them.
No,
I'd be
it was
worried about the
like
repercussions.
sarcasm, and you know, I laughed after. Yeah.
So you can get away with sarcasm with working class blokes.
I'm
I
a little bit more secure with a working class male than you, aren't I?
I'm terrified of them. I feel like they're going to turn on me at any minute.
You don't feel confident sort of backing in a lorry driver?
Terrified.
Oh, right.
Because
okay.
if I did, he'd probably lean out and just go and get your dad, mate.
Yeah, not you.
Fuck off, I'm not interested.
Not you. Yeah. Right, Carl, come on then.
Oh, hang on, I just must tell you as well about Lord Admiral Nelson's erotic letters.
Go on.
They've been sold at last for £117,000.
Sunday mail?
I don't know who bought them.
Who opened them that shouldn't have?
They got sent to someone else.
To you.
They were meant for Lady Hamilton. What are you doing opening them?
Go on,
Well,
what's he say? What's he got up to?
It's interesting because they've printed a couple of the things he's wrote.
Dear Lady Hamilton, a bit of a problem. Just the one hand. You might have to help me out on a couple of manoeuvres.
Yeah, and the one eye, so I'm not appreciating the 3D.
Exactly. I don't care where you put it.
Yeah,
Because yeah, go on.
You'll have to help me guide it in.
You might as well
I can't
stand
tell.
and go across the other side of the room for all the good it do me.
Exactly.
Go on then.
Of course he ended up kissing Hardy, didn't he? Did he kiss Hardy, or did he ask him and he never did?
Well, I don't know. I don't know about this, because I heard that he didn't, and it said kiss me, which means fact, and then I heard that he did say kiss me,
Hardy.
Hardy. Like, you know, because it was got suspense. I don't know. Is it Kismet or is it Kiss Me?
Kiss me Hardy. I think his final actual dying breath was no tongues.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
And someone went, "Kiss you what?"
Exactly, yeah. Maybe that was his nickname.
My name's Smith.
Yeah.
You want me to kiss?
Exactly.
Kiss me hardy. I wouldn't have thought so. I'll kiss your lips and you'll be happy with it.
But,
I'll
yeah.
touch you, Hardy. But I'm not kissing it. Go on.
Couple of quotes from there. This is him writing to Lady Hamilton, who he was having an affair with. "I can neither eat or sleep for thinking of you, my dearest love. I never touch even pudding." Well, I think we've all written a letter like that to a lady.
That's a euphemism.
Surely.
That's like, I think that's, I haven't eaten, and by the way, I haven't even knocked one out.
Yeah, exactly.
You are going to get a sackful. Alright, Carl? You're the producer, is this alright? It's all euphemisms, I've not said anything wrong. Go on.
Oh, come on, it happened in the 19th century. We
Yeah.
can talk about it, you know.
Yeah.
This is more topical than monkey news. Anyway, listen, sorry, we better get back to the competition. I'm worried that we've lost sight of that competition, because I'm not going to lie to you, we've had no entries whatsoever so far.
I can't believe that, because I actually got up most of those. That's actually a more accessible one. I think I know all the artists, and I'm stuck on, Girlfriend, but I think I might know who that is.
Let's hear it again.
I'm surprised. No, I think that's a pretty accessible one,
An
man.
accessible quiz?
Yeah, so no one's... Is the email up, or no one's listening?
No, well, I think there's a little bit of that. But, I think we've accidentally closed down the texting.
Oh.
So if you're texting in,
This
don't
is
bother with that.
rubbish. It really is awful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just play it again, hang on a minute.
I'll tell you what it was, we didn't give out the prizes. We didn't say what the prizes were going to be. That's the reason.
Yeah, I think the emails are gonna go mental when
Yeah,
they...
when they find out it's the first series of Open All Hours on VHS, they'll be
Yeah.
flooding in. Let's see what
And
we've
the
got
Bridget
here.
Nielsen video.
Exactly.
Right.
Oh, dear.
Oh.
No, actually, it's not too bad.
Go on.
The best air guitar albums in the
Yeah,
in the
that's
world.
still going. That's,
Volumes
that's
1 and
evergreen. That'll keep running and running.
Some kind of anniversary box set of a Doctor Who episode with a
New
small model
one
car.
wants that, baby.
I'm Alan Partridge Series 2, that's
Yeah.
worth having, obviously, and
Yeah.
Porridge Series 3.
Okay, good.
Not watched all of them on UK Gold, then put them on DVD.
There's something wrong with you.
Right.
So yeah, let's hear it again.
Alright. Just name the artist, that's all we want, just
Yeah.
the artist.
Ricky.Gervais at xfm.co.uk.
Play record.
Right, Adams?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is absolutely fantastic.
His version of Wonderwall, if you've not heard it
Beautiful.
yet, you'll be loving it.
You'll be loving this. Radiohead, Fake Plastic Trees on XFM 104.9.
Mhm.
Someone just emailed in and said, just want to know what you think of that cover of Wonderwall.
We told you. We said it was great.
Yeah.
Listen.
But they must have been listening to hear,
The song.
yeah.
Extraordinary.
Although maybe they just turn off,
When we start talking.
yeah.
That would make sense.
That would make sense. I mean, it makes sense in a sort of preserving of sanity type way as well.
Objectively, Rick, if you were listening at home, if you didn't know us and you were listening to the show, would you listen to it? Would you bother? I know that's a hard thing to get your head round.
It's difficult to say, isn't it? I've no idea. I've no idea what people coming to this for the first time think.
I mean, I love you like a brother, but I get sick of you.
Yeah. I mean, I get sick of me.
Yeah.
Sometimes I go up and
It's weird you should say that, because someone's emailed in.
Yeah.
A recent survey's been done by Cheltenham and Gloucester. The most desirable neighbour in Britain. Number 1,
Shane Ritchie.
Johnny Wilkinson.
Oh, right.
It doesn't actually give me the full rundown, but David Beckham was in the list.
Yeah.
Shane Ritchie was indeed in the list.
Yeah, he's flying at the moment.
As was Ricky Gervais.
Really?
Well, that's what it says. It doesn't tell me where you came, though. And there was actually a neighbour from hell, and you weren't in that list.
Well, I'm a good neighbour.
Oh, come on.
I am. I'm quiet. I don't keep myself to myself. I never...
Do you know what I'm thinking of?
What?
If it was best friend.
Yeah.
Now that would be a nightmare.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Most desirable friend.
I'm a good neighbour. I'm quiet, you know, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I imagine being stuck in a room with me writing all the time, with me squeaking like a chimp.
Unbelievable.
Although I don't physically abuse you, I save that to my bald mates like Carl and Rob and that. I just like to squeeze their head. I don't squeeze your head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it's because you command a little bit more respect.
Ah, thanks very much.
Do you know what I mean? You're not that sort of... You're not an idiot.
Oh, sure. Sure.
Alright, Carl, got anything to say? Has anyone seen his picture in Heat this week? It looks fantastic, doesn't it? Do you know what Steve said when he saw that, Carl?
Go on.
He said, it has captured Carl.
What do you mean?
Well, you just look utterly gormless. In the pictures. It's captured brilliant. You know how like a good photographer can do that? They can capture the essence of someone. That's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Well, actually, I'm the photographer.
Yes,
Because
you
it was
are.
a screen grab from the behind-the-scenes footage.
Well done.
So I got that gimpness. I captured the essential gimposity.
Exactly.
Yeah. Carl.
Yeah.
Alright?
Should it?
Yeah, well, I did a little article for Time Out, and I think Boyd from Heat has sent over that screen grab to them, so he might be in Time Out. I'm going to try and get him in every publication.
Yeah.
For 1 year. It's like
Well,
Dave...
you've managed it in the last 2 weeks.
Exactly, yeah. It's like a Dave Gorman project. Are you Karl Pilkington?
Yes.
Let's do that, shall we? If anyone's got a publication, it doesn't matter how little, just take it from Heat. That's mine, so you're welcome to it. Just try and just put his picture in anything. Next to round things is best, isn't it? That'd be good. You alright, Carl, with that?
Yeah.
Alright then, good. What have you got for us, Carl?
News headlines?
There haven't been that much going on.
Sure.
Sort of headline-wise, you
No.
know.
Sure.
No, because I look for good headlines and that, don't I? That sort of
Yeah.
get you interested, like the...
Well, then when you're interested, you don't read on.
No, I did.
Okay, go on.
Like the one, do you know the one I read out a couple of weeks ago? That was, man lives in dump for 10 years. Right?
I remember the Chinese woman eats dirt.
Yeah, well...
That was a cracker.
Man lives in dump for 10 years. I read on with that one yesterday.
Yeah.
I found it in my bag because I took it home, so I thought I'll read that when I get a minute.
Yeah.
Right?
News. Imagine that. News. I might read last Thursday's Sun.
Yeah.
Just to catch up.
Do you know how he got caught?
What do you mean how he got caught?
He lived
He
in
was
a
living in a
dump.
rubbish dump.
Well,
He
what's
li-
up
he
with
lived in a
that?
rubbish dump.
What's
No
good?
one knew he was there, right?
Yeah.
He was living off food that had been chucked away. He said a lot of people chuck away stuff that isn't off, so you can survive on that. He had a nice little place to sleep and that, an old mattress that was alright and stuff. Got away with it for 10 years. until he decided to celebrate bonfire night with some fireworks. Can you believe that?
Well, he's happy that the gunpowder plot was foiled and the Guy Fawkes was beheaded,
Anyway.
thus saving our system of government.
There's got to be a couple of news headlines, surely.
Hold on, wait a minute. Bong!
Pierce penis man off the hook.
Bong!
Man changed his name to Bubba 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 Bubba.
Bong!
Dwarf to live in a glass box.
Dwarf to live in a glass box.
Yeah, it's meant to be art or something. It's not though, is it?
What? Meant to be art? Whose idea is this? Is art, or is someone hired a dwarf to live in their box?
It's just a box, and he can even leave when he wants, apparently. He can,
Yeah.
like, go, oh, I'm hungry, I'm going for a walk, and he puts a little note.
If it's Damien Hirst, he might end up in 4 bits. So,
Oh.
just be careful.
But to me, that's like that thing when I said to you about the woman in the jar.
What woman in the jar?
The woman in the jar, they go, oh, come and see the woman in the jar. And
Yeah, it's
then
a
it
big
turns
jar.
out it's a big jar. So
Yeah,
it's
it's a
like,
big
well,
jar,
put me
yeah.
in there as well, then.
Exactly.
It's not
yeah.
special.
Yeah.
And that's the same with him. It's a big box, he's a small fella. What's good about
What
that?
do you want to do, though? To compress matter?
But hang on, it's not a world record-breaking attempt. It's supposed to be art.
You know, what's art about that?
Well, I don't.
What's that about that? Oh, can we do a show for BBC Three? Karl Pilkington going around, what's art about that?
Yeah.
That is brilliant. What's art about that?
I'd love that.
Would you?
I'd love that.
Me and Steve are going to do a thing called Is Art Rubbish? Where we go round and we chat about it.
Yeah.
But we can hand that over to you if you want to do that. If anyone from BBC Three is listening, Karl Pilkington, what's art about that? Alright? Weird, isn't it? And what would you go around like Sensation and things like that and Saatchi and going...
Dali and that.
You put a sheep in formaldehyde, what's art about that? Our butcher does it. Alright, weird, isn't it?
What do you make of Dali and the melting clocks, all that stuff?
Talked about it, haven't we? I
we?
told you, yeah, told you.
What do you
about
think of that? What
he sort of milked the idea a bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
Sure.
everything had a melting clock on it. It was like he had a bit of success with it once, and then he just ruined it. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
It's like you with the monkeys.
Like status quo?
yeah,
Sure. What's your favourite artist? Don't say Lowry.
Lowry's my
Why?
favourite
Why is Lowry your favourite artist?
captures life, doesn't he? Going on and
In
that.
stick form.
I know you're a big fan of Where's Wally as well, aren't you? You've never found him, have you? I've never found him yet.
No, Carl, that's not Wally. That's a stain on the table. You've come off the book again.
Anyway, listen, are we doing what's in a bit?
What?
Right, play a record.
We don't know what you're talking about.
Play a record.
What?
Yeah, we'll be doing what's it in.
Yeah, what's it? Coming up after the break. Libertines, Don't Look Back Into the Sun on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Karl, have we got the results?
Yeah.
Go on then, what are they?
Play it
songs
again,
of
let's play it
phrase.
again then.
Okay, songs
this
of
was
phrase.
the phrase, these were the songs. My girlfriend had a problem with a marrow. The answer's Sinatra, Prince, Bill Medley, U2, Shirelles. There was also Dub Pistols in there.
No one got all of them, Carl, obviously. But we'll give it to Mark Cantan. He got, what did he get, about 6 or something? Yeah. Well done, he's from Dublin, so that's nice.
Well done.
Listening over there, the Irish.
Yeah.
It's good, isn't it?
A German man, just thought I'd let you know this, Carl,
Sure.
Ricky. A German man has been arrested because he taught his dog to give the Nazi salute. And then he made it do it in front of 2 policemen. I think it's an offence in Germany now. That's fascists with too much time on their hands.
No, but is it? It's illegal for a dog to do it as well.
I think so.
I bet he thought he'd found a loophole.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been dying to do it, but he thought, well, I'm not allowed to do it. It's illegal for a human to do it.
yeah.
Thought he got round it. No.
For a while, it just kept doing the Basil Fawlty funny walk. And he's going, no!
No,
You're
don't
undermining
do that.
it. Don't do the legs as well.
Oh.
But the reason I mentioned it is because he's German, and what were you telling me earlier about... Carl was whittering on about the Germans earlier. He was saying something about the accent. It's fine with blokes, but not with women. You won't want to go out with a German woman because of the accent.
I just think it's a bit manly, innit?
Sure.
Is it?
Yeah, it sounds a bit hard. I can't imagine having a nice sort of romantic chat with someone.
Well, it's not a romantic language, no. It's quite harsh, yeah, but that's our...
No, but what I mean is, right, I can't speak any other languages apart from this one.
Well,
Right.
You're
go
struggling
on.
with this one.
Yeah.
And what I mean is...
Whereas you really do speak the language you love, alright?
if
There's
I-
some condoms, where's me tea?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, if a French woman was talking to me, I'd say, I don't know what you're talking about, love, but it sounds good. Whereas a German woman,
Yeah.
I'd go, oof. And she might be saying really nice stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But then we got talking because, do you know, like, me brother
Sort of a
was-
prejudice, really, isn't it?
In a sense.
What do you mean?
In a sense, it's racist, but anyway, on you go.
Yeah. Go on.
It's not really, is it?
No.
But, yeah, my brother was in the army, we've talked about it, haven't we? And
Yeah.
how he got kicked out for going for a packet of fags in a tank and that.
Yeah.
Right? But he was, when he was in the army, he was based in Germany for a bit. And, he used to be one for sort of, you know, picking up the ladies and that. He always had, you know, new girlfriends and stuff.
He's a Pilkington.
Used to get through loads of them.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't. I wasn't that bad. But
Well,
my
no,
brother,
because you had things like you trouble with your marrow and that. No, you might die. I'm not interested.
yeah, but no matter what he did, do you know what I mean? When he was a bus driver, he was one of them who always had a woman stood at the front with him and sort of, you know, having a chat and stuff.
Sure.
And he sort of got kicked out of that and stuff. But
When he was bus driver, did he own the bus or did he just take it to get a packet of fags?
so
He's in Germany.
he's in Germany, and the army people say to him, "Now we know what you like, Pilkington, right?
Das Pilker.
Don't be meeting up with any German women.
Fraulines. Leave the Fraulines alone.
Not allowed to go out with German women because apparently they get you and then they beat you up and that.
What, the German women?
Why?
Go on.
Don't know. They just said don't because they don't like English army people and that.
Why?
See,
I don't know.
the English is your first language, isn't it?
Are you speaking German now? Or?
I can't tell. Don't get out with the Germans, go beat you up and that, don't like English army man.
What
is that?
What worries me, Rick, is we've got the face, the body language and things to try and interpret this gobbledygook. The listeners, they just got the words.
It must be, I know, yeah. It must be just ridiculous for a listener. Right, just do the competition. What was that anecdote about?
I was just
Don't go
telling you-
out with German women, they'll beat you up.
I'm just saying, when if you're in the army, if you're about to join the army and you think it'll be great, I'm going to meet loads of women over in Germany, it's not going to happen.
Wise words there, wise words.
So this station in public service.
Excellent, okay.
Right. Can we just play a song and then do the film? thing?
No, just do the film thing now.
Oh no, let's play a song.
Oh, what are we playing?
Bit of brag.
Billy Bragg,
Yeah.
excellent. Billy Bragg, the Sunday Boy on XFM 104.9. Ricky's laughing because he's just thrown something at Carl.
It made him jump.
Yeah, that's worked well. Here are the prizes for the film quiz thing, which I think is what it's called. Brilliant. People will be loving this. It's Trance Anthems,
Brilliant.
2003. We know we got a lot of trance fans listening. The best air guitar album, obviously.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
The best club anthems.
Yeah.
Series 1 of Happiness by Paul Whitehouse. The very best of Father Ted on DVD. We got Teachers. We got Knowing Me, Knowing You. Not too bad. Yeah, a few bundles there. Good stuff. Christmas gifts and things like that. So
That
yeah.
Knowing Me, Knowing You, I've noticed on VHS, which is good.
Yeah.
That's quite quaint, excellent, brilliant.
All right.
Yeah. So what's explain the conceit of this?
It's when, you know, we sort of dig out a film that I've been in, and this is. Don't know if I'll tell you what film is, because that might be the question. Thinking about it, because there isn't that much going on in the clip.
I think we need to know what the film is.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right, it's Rain Man.
Okay.
Why is he called Rain Man?
Is that going to be the question?
Yeah, I know the answer, Carl, don't worry, don't look at me like
No,
that.
I
You-
do.
Oh, well done, yeah, you watched the film, yeah, you should.
Right. So it's you, Carl, in the film Rain Man.
Yeah, it's the bit when Tom Cruise is in the doctors with the ill man. All right. There we go. You ready?
Well, I'm not a psychiatrist, but I do know that his brain doesn't work like other people.
Wait, I am sat here. Don't go talking about me like I'm some sort of div kid. Got a good brain. Works well. It stores all sorts of information and stuff, doesn't it, Tom?
He remembers things, little things sometimes.
Well, don't say it like that, little things, as if it's stuff that isn't important.
Are you good with numbers?
The doctor's asking you a question.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking. Good with numbers. It depends. Not that good at maths, but I remember facts that have got numbers in them. Like I know that 1 person in 2 billion will live to be 116 or over. Right? Weird thing is a lot of them are Chinese, so, you know, sort of makes you wonder if they're lying.
I'm afraid I don't understand what you're talking about.
What do you mean you don't understand? It's not... Alright, Here's an easier one for you then. Goldfish have better memories than people think.
He's right. He's right? Yeah.
See? There you go. Goldfish related. Oldest goldfish in the world was 41.
No.
Yeah. Funny thing is there, if it was a goldfish with a dodgy memory, could have been older. Could have been, you know, pushing 45.
That's amazing. I mean, that is amazing. He should work for NASA or something like that.
Well, don't go that far. You know, they're the sort of things that I like reading about. You know, I've got that big book there. It's full of.
Did you read all this?
Yeah, just don't.
You read all these stories that are in this book.
Don't bother touching
Maybe
it.
you better put it back.
Give it back. Get out.
Okay, no, Ray, take it easy. I'm not gonna. I won't touch anything else, Ray.
Come out.
It's okay, Ray. Okay, come on.
Can I ask you something else, Raymond?
No. No, you've annoyed me now. You've kept coming here saying I'm daft and that and messing with my book. Just go, will you?
Excuse me.
Were they messing with your big book of freaky facts? Yeah, that's out of order.
Good.
Right.
So what's the question? Why is he called Rain Man?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Everyone happy with that question? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, Ricky.Gervais at xfm.co.uk. Why is he called Rain Man?
Right.
Yeah.
Bad Day, REM, XFM 104.9. That's nearly it, isn't it?
That's almost it.
Got through another one. Got through another one seamlessly.
The film
Brilliant.
quiz, obviously, we had just moments ago. It was Carl featured in Rain Man. The question was, why is he and the film called Rain Man? The answer, Ricky, was...
Well, Tom Cruise's character, when he was little, couldn't say Raymond, and he used to call him Rain Man.
Okay. Plenty of right answers, but we're going to give it to John Steele, who, interestingly, is from West Yorkshire. He's listening.
Yeah,
there.
that is,
So they're
that is interesting.
It is.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much that. Is there time for Monkey News?
I think we've got to have Monkey News.
Let's
And
play
then that second track from the Ryan Adams
Let's
album.
play the jingle, though, if we can.
Oh, chimpanzee, that Monkey News, you
Right. Now, it was back in the 1980s.
Right. So it is quite topical then. Right, okay. When did this happen then? 1980s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about a Colombian F1 sort of, Formula One driver.
Yeah.
Apparently these races were going on, right? And someone kept winning them.
Right, okay, forget it. Forget it. No, don't do it. It's 'cause it's rubbish. 'Cause it's rubbish.
Right, so someone kept winning the races.
So this human that kept winning the race. So this human being that kept winning the races, Carl, what was his name?
His name it's Jimmy something.
Yeah. How tall was he? Just out of interest. No, how tall
let's
was he?
hear the story. Let's hear the story.
Was he about 4 foot
You
8?
might find out if I tell you the story.
Yeah.
Right?
Go on.
So anyway, he kept winning and everyone was like, oh, he's brilliant, this guy, who is he, and all that.
Yeah.
But his gimmick, right?
Was never showing his body or face?
That's right. Never
You're
took his
joking.
helmet off.
You're an idiot.
Never took his helmet off, right?
You know the short trousers he used to wear? His trousers were about a foot long, but his shirts, the sleeves were really long.
Anyway, right, so because he wouldn't take his helmet off... and
You're
he
an
was
idiot.
He was taking part in, like, the F3, which is like the lower ranks
Yeah.
of Formula 1 and
Just
that.
get to it. Just get to
Everyone thought it was like a famous driver
Yeah,
who was taking
just
part in that.
get to being a monkey. and then
Anyway,
we can
what
go
happened
home.
was, there was a crash one day,
Yeah.
and the car tipped over, everyone's like, oh...
He ran up a tree?
So,
They were suspecting when he ran away with the ambulance people up a tree and started eating a banana?
so the marshals ran over and the ambulance people were there and they
Yeah.
were about to take his helmet off and the marshal was like, don't take his helmet off.
Give away the secret that he's a
Give
monkey.
away the secret and that.
Yeah, chimp. Yeah.
Took his helmet off.
Jimmy Chimpus.
Little monkey under there.
No, definitely not. Okay, let's play Ryan Adams.
Did he
We'll see-
survive? Let me
Yeah.
just a couple of questions. Did he survive?
Yeah, he did, yeah. He was allowed to keep all the awards that he won.
Sure.
But he wasn't allowed to take part in any other races.
Yeah, didn't happen. This is Ryan Adams. We'll see you next week.
This is a song called The Shadowlands, also from that Life is Hell album. It's good stuff.
Idiot.
So he had me lying on my front and what have you, and he was sort of crushing me back.
Right.
And he was going, does that hurt? I said, yeah. It was like 48 quid this as well. Putting me through all this pain and what have you.
Well, you got some good advice though.
He said, you're pretty stressed, and I said, yeah. So it's, I've quite a bit of stress in my life. And I explained to him about the kidney stones and that. I said, oh, that's that.
He went, oh, shut the fuck up.
He probably said that. He said that's where you were probably got a lot of tenseness And
A lot of tenseness. Is that a phrase he used as a trained professional rubber?
He's a doctor. He's definitely a doctor.
So anyway, he said, "Do you relax much?
You haven't got any Lenore, have you? I want these sheets to come out nice and soft.
He said, "Do you, you should learn to meditate or something." He said, because you're all tensed up. We're living in a stressful world, as I tell you about it. So when I was telling him that I have problems relaxing, he said, that you're obviously the sort of person
Who's gullible enough to spend 46 quid for this hokum?
He said, you're the sort of person whose brain is in charge of them, rather than them being in charge of the brain.
So all you did was you met a person as stupid as you.
Yeah.
No, but I thought it's interesting that this is what he does for a living.
Yeah.
And he picked up, that was the first visit, I'd only been there about 22 minutes.
Yeah.
You get half an hour for 48 quid.
Right.
But he picked up on that within like 15,
No, he saw a
20
right
minutes.
fucking sucker coming. No, he did pick up on that, yeah.
But anyway,
don't go to him again.
The reason, I am doing, I've got locked into it. I've got to go at least another 3 times
Why?
and try
What
to
do
get
you
out
mean?
of it. I don't know. I didn't realise that you have to have a minimum amount of things. So what I'm saying
I can't
is,
wait. What's the wisdom he's going to come up with next week? That'll be brilliant. I will kind of, yeah.
No, but what I'm saying
Your blood's paranoid.
we were talking.
You've got jealous bones. You're the sort of person whose stomach's hungrier than you. What absolute fucking nonsense.
Do you know, like how we were talking about eyes, weren't we? He said the thing is, you've got to be able to relax, and the way to do it is to focus. Right? He said, I said, what do you mean? He said, when you go to sleep.
You're the sort of person whose eyes can see further than you can.
He said, when you go to sleep.
Close your eyes and see. Instead of just leaving them open, staring at the ceiling.
Carl, keep breathing.
Yeah, keep breathing. Close your eyes. You're not dead. It may seem like it, but you're not. You're just asleep.
So he said.
Oh fuck me.
He said, what you've got to do when you go to sleep, focus on your toe. Right?
Okay.
He said, and just think about nothing else. I said,
He's a witch. Did he say to put a toad under the bed?
no, he just said, focus on the toe and see how you go on and what have you. Next time you come in, let me know. Anyway, I gave this a go, focusing on the toe.
So what does this mean? You mean you sat in bed staring at your toes?
No, this is it. He said, like, lie down,
Visualising
shut
it.
your eyes, and sort of look at it, sort of thing. So I was lying there. It just wasn't working because
Oh, Carl, this isn't medicine.
I was
You
even though
were
the
thinking of
eyes,
a finger.
Well, no.
He found out he was thinking of someone else's toe. Next day,
doesn't
someone
work.
called up and said, "Carl, my toe's better."
No, the problem was I was still using my eyes even though I had them shut.
Oh God! Just when I think he could never come up with something stupid, he pulls that one out of the bag.
Right. So what does that mean?
Oh God!
You were still What does that mean?
I was straining them. I had them shut, but I was sort of looking down at my foot.
You were trying to see through your eyelids at your toe.
Well, I was looking down, so I'm thinking that's where the foot is. Because of that, I was straining them and they were stinging, so I had to pack it in.
I'm gonna die. I am going to die.
Why, out of interest though, and this will sound naive, why don't we remember the very early moments of our lives? Why is it? Is it because it would be too harrowing to remember the point at which we sort of born? Because I don't really remember anything from those first few years. Why is it? Is it just because the brain's not fully formed at that moment?
I don't know.
The memory's not sufficiently developed?
I honestly,
It's got to be trauma, hasn't it? It's the things. Again, we were talking about me being younger, and the youngest I could remember back to was 1978.
How old were you then?
When
were you born?
72.
What?
And it was
You
summer
you couldn't remember earlier than 6. You
holidays.
can remember back to about 2 or 3. Most people. What?
No way. No way. My mum and dad don't even remember them. Because you're not doing anything. This is what I'm saying.
Mum and Dad don't even remember me then. That's amazing.
Because they pinpoint
They remember
things.
all the Tic Tacs they've ever
Yeah,
eaten.
yeah. Do you remember when Carl was 6? Of course I do. 5? Yeah. 4? Yeah. 3? No. 2? No.
Because you're not doing anything, are you?
My mum and Dad don't even remember
So,
me then.
and it's weird.
I remember must have been about 2 sitting on a potty surrounded by Lego. I remember that very strong image I have of that.
No. I don't remember that.
No, you
No,
wouldn't remember that,
no,
were
no,
you?
no,
Would
you
No,
weren't
you
there,
weren't
were
there.
you? What do you mean? What, you don't remember Steve sitting on a potty surrounded by Lego?
No, I mean, I can't remember having a potty. I remember having one of them.
I'm not suggesting you have the
You
same
used to go
memory.
in a fucking litter tray. Now I know why, to eat a Tic Tac while you're having a shit.
But okay, so what is your very first memory?
The one that cropped up the other day was having my eyes sort of glued together by.
Gangsters. Where's the fucking Tic Tacs?
No, I was,
lost our truck for you, yeah.
when I was on holiday and I slept near the window and the window was open and I used to wake up in the morning with my eyes shut. My mum and dad thought I was having a lovely lie in. I just couldn't open my eyes.
But why? I don't understand. Why were they?
I'm gonna pass. What do you mean?
Why were they glued? Why were they? What do you mean they were glued?
But why didn't you say, Mum, Dad, I'm not asleep. My eyes are glued together.
It's just that you get a build-up on the eyelashes.
Yeah.
And it all...
When they came in and you could sense them looking
I didn't know
at
they
you.
were there. I went to, what's the name? Harley Street. I went for a checkup. And, like a medical. Posh, you know Harley Street, it's like it's the top doctors, isn't it? I've never been before.
yeah.
All posh buildings and that. Went up to the counter. I said, I see the doctor. They said, name, yeah. Give us 10 minutes, go and wait in the waiting room. Dead posh waiting room. Dead fancy. Big leather furniture and that.
Yep.
Loads of magazines. I mean, like a newsagent's.
Yep.
In the middle of the room on a table. Loads of them. So I'm looking through and there's the top quality ones, your Esquire, GQ, Classy, Yacht Weekly, all that. Country Life. Boys.
Boys.
There's one there, yeah. Boys. What's that? Right, lifted up like the one on top of it. And it's like Boys with a Z. Two fellas stood there. Looking, sort of Italian looking.
Yeah.
Right.
Dungarees on.
No shirt though.
No shirt, just dungarees sort of unbuttoned, hanging down a little bit.
Sure.
So no one else is about. I'm never going to buy a magazine like that.
You're going to tell us you looked through a gun magazine?
I had a little look just because I thought, like I say, it's one
You're always
chance.
looking to learn, aren't you? You're always looking to learn.
Yeah.
Always open. There might have been something in there that I go, right, I get it now. I understand why they like doing that or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
So she said I was going to, 10-minute wait. I can have a quick flick through. Picked it up, had a look. Still none the wiser.
Why?
Well, what did you see when you opened it up?
Just loads of. Like I've said to you before about, I don't know why they like looking at knobs when they've got one of their own.
Right.
There's no
right.
surprises there. You're not going to go. Oh, yeah, so
Sure.
that's
Yeah.
nice. Some had like car oil on the face. Knob out.
Yeah.
There was someone sat on one of them square things of hay.
Oh, yeah.
Sat there, sort of sat on it, straddling it.
Yeah. That must have been uncomfortable.
Again, knob out.
Yeah, just looking like it's normal.
That's
Sort of
crazy.
like
No
that.
farmer walks around like that.
What was the other one? There was motorbike. They always like them.
Yeah.
No, I'm going through and then like the content is all puns.
Right.
Everything was to do with knob.
Right.
That's the only bit they're interested in the male body.
Look at this bloke
It's
straddling
not-
this huge throbbing thing. The bike's not bad either.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all that,
yeah.
loads of them. It was just cock, just 100%. Like let's just talk about the knob.
That's a good name for a gay magazine.
100% cock.
100% cock.
Did it not at any moment sort of maybe slightly unnerve you that the doctor might come in and see you reading Boys?
No, because I wasn't.
What about if I walked through? Because I remember once when you were in hospital about to have a tube going down your knob and you were sitting in your pants with stockings on and I walked through and you were horrified. So what if I'd have walked in then and went,
Yeah,
Carl, what are you
I
doing?
would have just said, look at this. Look at this, it's free.
And I said, why did you bring that with you?
No, I would have just said, look, does it look like I brought it with me? Look
Yeah,
at this.
yes, it does.
Well,
Because
what- what? So you
because
look
I
at
would never see. You would never see a gay magazine in a doctor's waiting room. So I think you bought that and pretended that it was there.
that's the thing. I was amazed by that because there was no there was no Mayfair or anything. They just catered for if you wanted a bit of knob action. It was really. I could have complained. So if you're gonna have this, where's a bit of the other?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a bit of this. Where's a bit of the other?
I know one of the things that they had, and I thought they're really struggling with ideas. They had a Sukoko.
As in Sudoku.
Yeah.
Sukoko.
Sukoko.
Surely Sadico is better.
No, because it was like Sukoko.
Yeah, but it's Dick as well.
Sukdicko.
Yeah.
What? And it was still a Sudoku-style puzzle, but it just had that name.
Yeah. It's just
So
everything.
It was just Sudoku, but called Coco. That's amazing. That is amazing.
Now, if I was gay, do you know, like
Let's
you
have a
say,
game of Lubo. Let's have a game of Knobopoly.
Noberation.
Knoberation. Let's have a game of chess. Cock. Let's have a game of fuckaroo.
Well, that works for either sex.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how we spend our
Okay then,
Christmases.
fuck a poo.
Oh, God.
Well, the greatest singer-songwriter of all time.
Beautiful.
With one of his best songs there.
Absolutely.
Bob Dylan, if you see her, say hello. She might be in Tangiers. I mean, he's having a go.
I mean, if you're going to go to Tangiers on the off chance to try and find her, I wouldn't bother.
Yeah,
You know.
but I mean, you know, he's
certainly if you're
thinking-
gonna be there, then
he's
have a look for
desperate.
her.
He's desperate. He's going, well, she might be in Tangiers. Have you checked upstairs? She's definitely not upstairs. Just have a look. Well, anyway, that was Song for the Lovers. But because I'm so excited about having such great prizes to give away for the first time, some albums that Carl found,
I got 'em.
we've got the lucky winner on the line. Hi, Neil. You there?
Yeah, I'm here, Ricky.
Hi. You're a winner with XFM.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Do you like Feeder? They're a good group, aren't they?
Feed it back. Well, yeah, the kids seem to like him.
They do. The kids like them, and then Bob Dylan. He's a great, lovely bloke with a guitar, isn't he?
You're working hard, aren't you?
I'm fed up with this, mate. Really, honestly, I just don't know what else to do. I come in every week. I try and
Right.
do. Yeah,
You have to write a new series of The Office.
I'm-
That's what you have to do.
I'm trying, but I've got voiceover work now, so there's more money in that. You know.
You're everywhere.
Yeah.
Woolies adverts.
Yeah.
Ooh, sorry, I shouldn't mention that shit on the radio.
No, it's all right. It's all
So,
right.
Neil, Steve Merchant here. Will you be looking forward to receiving these albums? You've got Feeder, Echo Park, Bob Dylan album, the best of, and a compilation. You looking forward to them?
Oh, absolutely. You know, I mean, it's going to really lift my Christmas. I'm not going to get to go home this year, so that's going to make up for it, I'm sure.
Neil, what of those three? Which one will you be putting on first?
I think Feeder, Echo Park, because the kids seem to like it.
Okay.
Excellent. Thanks very much.
What will you be
Neil.
doing for the rest of the weekend? Are you going to be chilling out?
I'm chilling, man. I'm freezing. I'm playing golf right now.
That's madness.
It's very cold
Yeah.
out here.
What's your handicap?
What's my handicap? My short game's terrible, but
Right, yeah. You're going to be watching the National Comedy Awards this evening. I hear that The Office is nominated.
you guys are the shoe-in.
Sorry?
You're a shoe-in. It's yours.
Thank you. I don't know what a shoe-in is, but I'd like to go to
I
one.
think it means like foot in the door.
Lovely.
Yeah,
Does
no,
it?
not foot in the door. It's like,
No.
it's yours. Your name's already on it.
Oh, really?
I
Wow.
would think so, yeah. Well, why would Ross stop around?
I don't think he makes the decisions.
Neil,
but
thanks very much for calling. Those prizes are going to be winging their way to you.
We're just like real DJs, aren't we, Neil? Just say we're just like real DJs, and we'll leave you alone.
You guys are just like real DJs.
Enjoy your
very
game.
much. Cheers, bye. Step on my old size 9 stereophonics.
Absolutely.
Well, talking to Neil, it all brought it home. You know, maybe I should give it a little bit back.
Yeah, you've had a good year.
I'm hanging out with Jonathan Ross.
Exactly.
I'm doing ads,
Yeah.
right? But I care. I'm still in touch. You know what I mean? I'm still down with it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And you know, it's coming up to the time of year where we should, you know, care about people less fortunate themselves. And what I've done, I've recorded a Christmas single.
That's beautiful.
And all proceeds are going, you know, to little sick people and that. And
Are there going to be any proceeds?
there's gonna be not a sausage,
Right.
so I'm
Right.
safe.
But I'll tell you this, I was thinking actually, I was listening this morning, and you go in, doing some Christmas shopping, you go in the shops, and there's always, you know, Walking in a Winter Wonderland, and all those songs. You know, no one writes those sort of things anymore.
No. Well, you're wrong, Steve.
Really?
Listen to this. It's
What's it
called
called?
Don't Cry, It's Christmas.
Let's hear it.
Ash.
Good.
It's a great show so far, isn't it?
Enjoying it, Rick, but I'll tell you this, what worries me
Go
is
on.
something we've not done, which is what we've not taken on board some stuff I've heard from the management. They've said they've enjoyed the kind of light-hearted flippery, you know, in
Yeah.
the past on the
Yeah,
show, and,
yeah.
you know, the likes of Jonathan Ross getting their
just
knobs
popping in.
out.
Yeah.
But they just feel that sometimes it's a little bit cheap. Rick,
Well,
a little
in
bit
what-
crass, and they
in
just
what
want us to
way?
perhaps be a little bit more highbrow at times, a little
Well,
bit
look at
more
that, 'cause I mean-
thoughtful. Well, you're a smart guy.
I am,
know
yeah.
that.
Well, I've proved that with Clugs having 4 noses and Stephen's Tower.
Can I ask you, Rick, about politics?
What do you want to know? What do you want to know? Because
Politics.
I am a political person.
I thought as much.
Go on.
What on the politics? What do you make of who to vote for?
Vote for the government, whoever's in the government.
Yeah.
That's
The
it.
Liberals ever?
No, not if they're not in government. No,
Okay. What about the foot and mouth, which a lot of people are worried about?
Don't worry about it.
No?
No.
Recession is hit, and a lot of people are losing their jobs.
Should they? What should they do about
Get
it?
another one.
Get another job.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, this is. I mean, you can have this for free. If you do lose your job or something, get another one, but get one that's even better than the one you lost.
Right. Okay, good advice.
Yeah.
Maybe if you were just like kind of the post boy before, like Carl.
Get in charge of the company. Get a manager's job.
Right. Become director general or something.
More money.
Good.
And don't lose that one.
Okay. And what else is concerning people? No, we get calls all the time, Rick, to the station. People saying, I'm worried about the war in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
What do you make of the war? Is it one of your favourites?
Well, what? No. My favourite. All war's bad. My favourite.
I'm putting you on the spot here. What is your favourite?
Falklands.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Is it? The Falklands War?
It was a range war.
What does that
Do you
mean?
know what that means, Carl?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember drawing pictures at school and that.
Yeah, it means that our missiles could go sort of 17 kilometres, and the Argies only had missiles that go like 9 kilometres. So we just parked our boats about 12, 13 kilometres off it, and we were shelling them. Shelling it out of there, right? And theirs were falling in the water.
Yeah.
So it's the war equivalent of holding a midget at arm's length.
Right, and he's trying to punch you.
And he can't reach, and you're just kicking him in the balls at will. That was,
Rick, a lot of people talk about WW1 as being the Great War. Was it a Great War for you?
No, it was a good war. It wasn't a great war.
Right. What's the problem for
Well,
you?
I liked the bayonets and the trenches and all that stuff, but I could have done without the poetry.
Right.
Only because the poetry's a little bit bent. And what I'm saying is the only time that it isn't bent in a war. But there's beautiful. But there's one now I remember. It goes, "We are the dead. Once we lived, felt dawn on our face, but now we lie in Flanders fields." Be honest, if you'd have had a gun in your hand instead of a pen,
yeah,
you might be alive
you
today.
would be dead, yeah,
and the war would have been over by Christmas.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
High five.
Yeah.
Oh,
so that's
losers.
Politics, Carl.
Any other questions, Carl? You want
and,
solve any high
economics? I've done economics.
Because yes, the economical.
Anything else?
I just think you should look after yourself. You know what I mean?
Carl, I've just got something to say to you. Hip hop, hooray!
Hey.
Let's play my hip hop track.
Whoa! Hey!
Put your hands in the air.
Yay!
Move them round like you just don't care.
Yeah, you're not even bothered.
I'm playing an old school track this week, Rick. I'm going
Excellent.
back in time, rewinding the clock.
Are you spelling school, Steve?
Oh, with a K.
Go on.
Ever heard of anything by Digital Underground? The Humpty Dance, you might
The
remember.
Humpty Dance.
Do you remember that?
That was a fellow sat on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was getting dissed by the police, and he fell, and he broke all up, and the King's horses shouldn't have really been sent to repair an egg. They couldn't do it because of their hooves.
Anyway, Digital Underground, for those that don't remember, was an Oakland group led by Shock G and Chopmaster J.
Go on.
But of course, most famous now for the fact that they featured Tupac Shakur.
Love him.
Where he first began. You'll hear him on this track. It's called, which one have I chosen here? I think it's called The Same Song. Have a listen. Ross was slagging off the hip-hop feature, wasn't he, when he came in earlier? And how can you not like that? Digital Underground, same song.
I think he was scared of it, Steve. I think he was intimidated
understand it.
by your youth.
Well, he's scared of the youth. He's scared of the fact that I'm down with it, the homies and the bitches and the hoes.
Yeah.
Because he's not with that, you know? He looks dapper. If they saw him in the street walking down like a ponce, they'd just laugh and jeer, but probably rhythmically.
Yeah.
You know, and he couldn't come back at anything.
And you'd be high-fiving and
Oh,
everything.
they'd be loving
you.
me.
I think he was intimidated by your style. I think he's jealous of you, to be honest.
Do you know, I think what he's probably most jealous of is the looks.
Yeah, I think
Do you know what I mean? I got the new haircut because we might be on the telly later.
He didn't mention that, did he?
Did he? Well, he's never seen the old one. You've kept him from me. He's got nothing to compare it with.
But that was a great hip-hop selection there.
Yeah, lovely.
Even though I say so yourself.
Rick, we've had a couple of people, because they've listened to your dissection of current politics and economicals.
Yeah.
And they've got a couple of questions for you.
Go on.
We've had one from Jimmy Ruffin. He says, what becomes of the broken-hearted?
Oh dear. That is a difficult one. I don't think I've got time to go into it because it's a very delicate problem.
Can you answer this one from the KLF? What time is love? Any ideas? Listen, keep those questions coming in for Ricky Gervais. You may be able to sort them out later. Have we got something to take on? Let's whack it on.
It's not the end of the world. Super furry animals.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. XFM 104.9.
Rick, you going to do your film review for us? We've got time for it, I think.
I'm not, no.
Why not?
I'm not going to do it anymore.
You're not going to do it anymore?
No.
You love it, don't you?
No, it's great, and I just think it's time. You know, I did a dozen, but I did all the films that I would give like 9 or 10 out of 10 for. I don't want to drop the standards.
Right.
I don't want to start doing films that are 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
That's where a lot of film reviews go wrong.
Yeah, Ross being one of them.
Yeah, I've seen them go, oh, this is worth 7. Don't do it then.
Yeah.
If it's no good, don't do it.
No worries yourself.
No.
Sure.
So
So no more film reviews?
no,
Oh.
until a great film comes out.
Sure, okay.
Like Braveheart 2 or something. Yeah. Which would be well 9 now.
Quite uneventful,
Yeah.
I'd have thought.
Yeah. So 9 for that in
well-
advance.
Rick, it's almost the end of the show, and still got time for the song for the ladies.
I can't
but
wait.
Carl won't be here next week.
Well, where's going?
Where are you heading, Carl? Going away for Christmas? Tell us.
What? It's a secret. What you want?
Well, in case your fans try and track you down.
What? Are you going taking pictures of planes in Greece? What?
Political.
Rob your house. don't
Satirical, Steve. Satirical.
Where are
Yeah.
you going? What are you doing?
If I tell you what, if I was caught in a foreign country and the government got, I said no, it's okay. They were train spotting or plane spotting. I go, no, I am a spy.
Exactly.
No, I am a spy. No, you were. It's all right. You were train spotting. I wasn't spying. Please.
I saw you at the Doctor Who convention as well.
No, probably an assassin or something. Harry.
Yeah.
I'm probably an assassin.
Carl, where are you going, mate? Tell us. Come
you?
on,
No,
we
you're
haven't
not
got
meant
time.
to say when. What's it here?
What?
People rob your house if.
Yeah, we didn't say tell us your address. Tell us where you leave the key, and then tell us you're going on holiday. We said where you going on holiday.
Barbados.
Are you?
Ooh, showing off.
Yeah.
Boasting.
I'll tell you what, Steve. What I'd like to see, and a lot of the listeners right there too, pop round there now. Touch him for Christmas.
Shall I touch him for Christmas?
Touch him any way you like for Christmas.
Can I
Love
just
him for
introduce the
Christmas.
song for the ladies before?
Well, love him for Christmas, though.
Can I just say
Yes,
what
but
the
as
song
long
is?
as you love and touch
We're going to
him.
leave you with the excellent Tim Buckley, of course, father of Jeff.
I'm just
and,
going to be watching, but
this is a
love
track
him.
that was
Look at his
also-
little face.
Also on that CD that my friend Dave sent me earlier, so if you don't like it, blame him.
Yeah.
While he's been arrested
And if-
by the copyright police. And it's called Buzz in Fly. Let me touch you, Carl.
Don't, Steve.
Go on.
A man for Christmas.
I'm not coming
Kissing
back.
a man.
Licking.
A man
Mate.
for Christmas.
Oh,
You're
look
not in
that.
touch with your feminine side at all. I can put you in touch with your feminine side and my feminine
I'm
side.
liking it. So I can't look. I'm busy.
Let's put each
Look,
other
I'm
in
busy.